What is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and today we're finally going to be doing a Boilon baby account update. Now, I know it has been a little bit of time. I've been really busy. We also had the Rogue Scourge event. We had the Mighty Thor compensation. There's been a lot of things to talk about in the game lately, so my apologies that this update has been a little bit delayed, but we're finally about to do my second update. As you can see, my account is level 49, so if you have been following the first video, anyways, you can find that on my channel. I'm going to be setting up a new playlist specifically for Boilon baby account number 2, since this is my second baby account that we're running, and we're going to go over everything that I've been doing over the last 2 weeks and what's been going on. Yeah, all that. So if you're ready to go, then let's boil it down. And I want to start things off here in the milestone section, and the reason for this is obviously we got the 50,000 Mjolnir fragment payout, and maybe this was a better time for me to do the video, because now that we got that, my baby account's got a significant amount, and so has every other account really, but we've been able to benefit significantly from this by getting a 4-star early Mighty Thor unlock. And so that's, oh, it doesn't even show it on this one because I already claimed it, right? It's like, it's gonna be way down here, and or wherever it is. Anyways, I have, yeah, this one here, sorry. Yeah, I did claim it, and you know, a lot of these rewards actually aren't that useful for the early game or the mid game, but except for the shards. You know, I'll benefit from this stuff later on when I'm actually of relevant level to use them, but realistically it's just the Mighty Thor shards. And so I do have a 4-star Mighty Thor, and she is the highest character on my account, and we're going to take a look at that in a little bit here. As far as some of the events that are ongoing right now, I'm having a bit of a challenge to do it because they're not really designed for people of my level to do. Victory Blueprint is not actually a very hard milestone to clear. However, I don't have the Blitz credits to spend on more energy refills to be able to do that, because I've been putting my Blitz credits towards Shang-Chi's shards, and so I don't have excess Blitz credits at this stage of the game to be able to put into war refills. So that's been a bit of a problem here for me, but you know, it doesn't matter, right? I got the 50,000 Mjolnir fragments. I don't really plan on getting very much higher on the Summer of Thunder milestone. I'm not even that high as it is anyways. I probably won't be able to get the items, so that doesn't really matter here. What's interesting I want to talk about really quick is the streak milestone. For those of you who are like lower level accounts, you get some advanced basic catalyst fully crafted. So I believe this is actually equivalent to 8 or 9 SBC, or sorry, 8 or 9 ABCs per one of these. You're getting fully crafted ones of these. But what's really bugged out, and which is kind of fucked up a little bit, is that you get training orb fragments. If you notice this, it's 3. I honestly think this is supposed to be 300. I have mentioned this to a couple of Envoy content creators. I don't know if they forwarded this over on my behalf. I would recommend also filing this out in the support window if you are someone who is also in the lower level who has the streak milestone, but you're getting like F-all for training orb fragments. I think this is a bug, obviously, because 3 fragments are worth nothing. This is like Thanos giving kind of bullshit, for those of you veterans who remember that. And yes, it happens a handful of times, but this is something that needs to be updated, and I hope that it does. And that brings us to my arena. We're going to start here, because some people were asking me where I am faring in my arena, what I'm doing now. I don't remember where I was at the end of last video, but now I'm like in the top 1,000. I'm kind of being knocked back a little bit. But this is my offense team. So I'm using Mighty Thor, Silver Surfer, who, if you remember, I got a really lucky Mega Orb. I ended up buying the $1 web offer, because that's available for 50 shards and 2,000 power cores, because it's $1. You know, I think everyone should buy that, regardless of, you know, even if you're not a spender, just spend $1. You get 50 shards of Silver Surfer. That got me to 3-star Silver Surfer and 2,000 power cores. We got Gambit, because I was able to get him unlocked at 1 star, but he is kicking people's ass. Even at 1 star, he kicks people's asses. And Shang-Chi, of course, because he's one of the best characters in the game, and one of the best farmable characters that you can get right now. So highly recommended that you get Shang-Chi as soon as possible. So yeah, I am at 1,200. I might be able to share a quick attack with you, because you can see that if you find some characters who are kind of, they're not meta characters anymore, it's a lot easier to punch up against them. I'm only at 62k right now, but I wager that I could probably beat this 92k team with the characters that I have right now. And actually, I want to point out that they have ISOs they have ISO 8, and I don't have any. So I'm not at the level of ISO 8 yet. That's commander level 55. I'm not quite there yet. I should be there maybe in about 4 days. I think I'm now getting maybe a level a day. Before it was close to 2 levels a day. So now it's like, it's coming down, right? It's not as quick as it was before. But once you get ISO 8 unlocked, you also get experience through the ISO 8 campaign. We'll talk about that a little bit more after I kind of do this. So normally, you know, I know how to play the game a little bit in terms of who I should focus. So I'm going to ability block Thor, or sorry, not Thor, Hulk, so he doesn't taunt. And I kind of want to focus on Thor, because I think now that he says rework, he's probably the most threatening one here, and definitely isn't going to be Iron Man, although he will be getting a rework, so that's one thing. So we're going to be focusing on here. On Thor, I'm going to try to get him down and hope that I don't trigger his passive, because that's going to hurt. But realistically, we should be okay. We're going to just use the ultimate here. And so sometimes I do get the passives for Mighty Thor and Thor. Sometimes I don't, because the battle ends so quickly that I don't need it. But we're just going to try not to trigger any more of those passives on Thor. Just going to be doing attacks on him. And Silver Surfer has some really nice attacks. Also, I want to say that the 1-star Gambit, once you get the passive for his pinging, oh my god, things go like through the roof. His damage is really, really good. So yeah, he's definitely a really great character. We're at the point now with Gambit that I'm actually applying bleeds with the special, so he is just super, super powerful. He's probably he's number 1 or number 2 here. I think the Silver Surfer actually is carrying a lot of the fight because he's super fast and he's still a really great character, especially at this point in the game. Thor and Mighty Thor, I think they're okay, but I don't think they're as good as these characters, despite having a 4-star Mighty Thor. But she is still part of my main roster, and so Gambit and Silver Surfer are really helping a lot here, and then Shang-Chi helps to do additional damage and that slow debuff. So there you go. I outpunched like 30k in the arena. Now, of course, they weren't meta characters where I'm using more meta characters, but that's what's most important, is making sure that you're using the best arena team that you possibly can at the lower levels. When it gets higher, you can actually, I could scout ahead a little bit. You can see that things jump up significantly. I can normally get, you know, under 1,000, but, you know, currently right now with my levels I can't. So you can kind of look at who is in here for my my arena shard. It's quite funny if you look at, like, I don't know, number 1. Like, what level are they? Level 68. So I'm level 49. So they're quite higher, and they have the Eternal. So they probably bought those because the Eternal, and they have Morgan Le Fay. They may have bought Morgan too. I don't know. But you know, that is quite the leg up, right? That's like the best you're gonna get here at level 68. So kudos to them. That's not gonna be me. If I get lucky and get the Eternals unlocked, I would be very blessed. But otherwise, I have no chance of getting Morgan Le Fay right now. Maybe in a couple of months. We'll have to revisit that later down the line. So where am I at in my campaigns? I've cleared heroes all the way to 7, so I can't do any more right now, because 7 is the level 70 plus. I'm done villains up to 5-7. Now, I could probably push on. I'll show you what team I am using for villains, though, now. So I was struggling to get some characters. I'm actually using the Ravagers. I'm finding that Ravager, Boomer, Bruiser, and Stitcher are actually very compelling, and they actually held on quite a lot, because they had a rework, so their stats are actually better than a lot of villain characters that are available at this point. So I am using Electro alongside, and then now I'm using Killmonger, because I got Killmonger unlocked via the raid store, so that's helping. I'm raising Killmonger because he also triples in flash events, so that's very helpful there. For Nexus, I'm just using my arena team, because you can use whoever you want. I've unlocked as far as I can, basically, into Chapter 5, which is unlocked at 52. And for Cosmic, I'm using a combination of Mighty Thor, and I've cleared up to 1-9, but I don't really have any. I'm not farming any of these characters, really. But as far as characters I'm using Silver Surfer, Thor, Mighty Thor, and 2 of the Ravagers there. I'm not using Bruiser, because I don't want him to taunt, because that causes problems for getting 3 stars, so I don't do that. And for the heroes, I was using, well, most of the characters, all of the characters I have. So Gambit has helped significantly in heroes and in Nexus. I can't say enough how much Gambit has been helping my account. Now, I want to show you my account more broadly and what I'm doing. I have a lot of characters that I have yet to recruit, because I'm kind of like OCD about this, and I don't really need them right now, so they're kind of just sitting there. I did get Hulk finally at 4-star, but I'm not using any of these. We might as well promote. We also got 2 red stars on Punisher somewhere. I don't know where we got that. So we did finally get red stars, but I haven't really had many orbs to pull. And so I'm hoping that we can get Valkyrie unlocked on this account, because I do have Mighty Thor now and Thor. So if I can get the 3 of them, Valkyrie, Mighty Thor, and Thor, I think that will be a really good combination, and I really want to try that out. So I am saving some red star orbs for, you know, even just like a 3 red star Valkyrie would really help. I hope that for the event itself, by the time it comes around, that I can get 3-star at least, you know, through the easy and maybe the medium medium campaign or whatever they changed it to now, the second difficulty, but obviously I won't be able to run heroic because that's too far ahead of this account. As far as some of my top characters that I recommend that I'm building right now, Shang-Chi, super worth it. One of the best skill characters that you can farm out of the Blitz store for 500 credits. You definitely should be getting on top of him. I am using Silver Surfer, so if you're willing to pay that $1, honestly, I think everyone should get him unlocked because he is super, super helpful, and he's going to be really, really awesome until, you know, honestly, I think he's kind of had a little bit of a resurgence. Even in the mainstay of the game, I'm using him a little bit more than I did in the past because of recent events. And then I have Gambit, of course, here, and then Mighty Thor and Thor. Now, I don't have any red stars on Gambit. Unfortunately, we didn't get to 2-star Gambit either. Gambit's not in the red star store, so I can't buy him. So he's kind of stuck here without reds. Same with Mighty Thor. You know, it was before my account started, so I wasn't able to get that either. So we have some on Thor. I would like to get a little bit more on Silver Surfer, and then on Shang-Chi when possible. I'm probably just going to buy them directly out of the red star store. But otherwise, I'll show you what I am shard farming on a daily basis, because I think that this is pretty important. So most of it's going to be coming out of the Hero campaign and Nexus campaign. So currently, I normally have anywhere from 800 to 1,000 energy. I do recommend, of course, using your 50 refreshes every single day. So that's an extra 480 energy on top of the energy that you already get, which brings you close to 1,000 energy. Now, I do Winter Soldier because I want to get him to 5-star as soon as I possibly can, so I can just leave him aside for that Omega Red unlock down the line. So once I get to the point, I'm at 3 and a bit star right now. I know it's going to take a little while, but I am doing this every day so that I have this just pre-prepared for when I get there. I am sometimes farming Ravager Bruiser, although I feel that that's going to fall off soon. I am doing Kree Reaper every single day, again for Nick Fury, who the earlier the better. If you start doing Kree minions at the beginning, trust me, it doesn't actually take that long to unlock Omega Red. On my first baby account, I did it within 6 months, so I think it's a very reasonable goal to be able to do this. So start as early as you can, that way you don't have to do it later. I'm also farming Miles out of the store for 60 energy. I am doing Kree Noble for the same reason I mentioned for Reaver. I am farming Yondu a little bit, because I think I passed the point where I need Yondu, because I'm kind of like only 1 chapter away on the villains. I think I'll make do without Yondu for now, but I was doing it. And that's about it out of the Heroes chapter. The Nexus chapter, now that I got to chapter 4, I'm doing Black Panther every day, because that's important for Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory is one of the most important Flash events, so I recommend you doing that every single day. Squirrel Girl, because of Young Avengers, absolutely a must to get started on that. So once you get Nexus 4-3, which I believe is in the mid-40s that you unlock this, make sure you start farming Squirrel Girl. Vision. So as of recording this video, we have had news that there is going to be a new Bionic Avengers team, and so this is something that I recommend doing now. If you don't have Vision unlocked, then this might be something that you might want to look into the near future, because it's a new rework. It's a new team, and I think Vision is going to be back on the plate again. So this could be interesting in how this kind of helps for other game modes, and how this might help for even Arena. I don't know, early Arena, maybe, who knows. Kree Oracle for the same not Kree Cyborg for the same reason as what I mentioned the other Kree characters for Nick Fury. And I think that's about it out of Nexus. And I'm currently not doing anything elsewhere. I'm not doing any Cosmic right now. I don't know if there's any characters upcoming that I might do. Probably not. No, there's not a lot of good characters there. There's a lot of good characters in Nexus. So once you get to Chapter 5, that's where Okoye pops out, I believe. I think at 5'6", 5'9". Nope, Chapter 6. Okay, Okoye is in here somewhere, right? She there, it's 6'3". So this is probably the next character that I'm going to be farming out of the campaigns, but this is going to be a little while, because I think the 6'1" is level 58. So this will probably be for the next update, depending on how much progress I make within the next week. So those are some of the characters that I'm farming. In terms of the store, though, absolutely. Every day, I think that you should be using your Blitz credits for Shang-Chi. I actually don't think you should be doing it on anyone else. I think you should try to get Shang-Chi to about 5-star, and I think that I'll quit there. After that, I think I'll probably work on getting more shards for Electro and for Rhino towards, or Miles even, to get towards unlocking Shuri, because I think the Shuri is going to be the first legendary character that you should work towards unlocking. For Chaos Theory, but more broadly, you'll probably use her as well in different game modes, so she's going to be really important. But some of these other characters, you don't really need to. Kree Royal Guard, you will need to eventually at some point, but I'd rather unlock Shuri first before I get to Nick Fury, and then after that, I can focus on Kree Royal Guard for Nick Fury. Shuri does unlock at 4-star now, so that's a little bit easier. So you can see that there's a lot of Spider-Verse characters that you can use towards that. Spider-Man, Miles, Rhino, Electro, any of these characters that I'm going to be using towards that. If you're in a good alliance and you are getting shards towards Ghost Spider, you could also use her to help unlock Shuri as well, if you happen to be doing that. For raids, it's a little bit of a mix. I'm doing a lot of things right now. I don't even know if I need Baron Zemo anymore. I said that he was a really good starting character, and he is, but I feel that if you pivot to Ravagers, which unlock at 1 star, you can get started a lot sooner. So I did use Ravagers for that. I'm buying Thor shards out of there, which I'm surprised I didn't buy that one, and then Killmonger as well. So those are some of the top characters. I'm actually not buying Cloak at this point because I just feel like he's too advanced of a character that I don't need right now, especially standalone, because getting dagger shards are very difficult at 975 credits. Not something that I really want to invest in at this stage, because it's a lot of credits for early on in the game. You're not getting as much as you would for an advanced account. So I am buying M'Baku shards because I want to get him to 4-star, because again, Chaos Theory is just so important of a Flash event that I want to get my Wakandans up. So as soon as I can get Okoye farmable, I'm going to be doing that every day. So Black Panther, Okoye, M'Baku, Killmonger, these are the characters that you need to get. They're also going to be useful in the ISO 8 campaign, which unlocks level 55 because they require global characters. So I'm hoping to use some of my Wakandans there, and that'll help me get through that. For War Store, I'm buying Maria Hill. She's the only character that I'm buying out of the War Store. I don't think there's anyone else at this stage of the game that you really need to. I would not spend it on purple gear either. I don't feel it's worth it. So Maria Hill shards, absolutely. As soon as you unlock Alliance War, I would get on that. And for other stores, Cosmic Crucible is here, but I don't have it unlocked. What's upcoming? Well, we have Cosmic Crucible at some point. What level is this? 60. Okay, so maybe by next update? I don't know. RTA, it's crap, but it starts at 64, and Dark Dimension 1, which obviously I won't be able to do because you need 6-star characters. That's absolutely not happening. So Dark Dimension 2 would be level 70, and that's quite down the ways. So I think that's about it. As far as blitzing, I don't have a lot of usable teams. I'm kind of using like 2 or 3 teams, and I'm just getting points with that, unfortunately. I believe we do unlock Blitz Sim more reliably at level 55. During quick rumble blitzes, you can blitz sim on baby accounts and lower level accounts. However, for the character ones, you can't. So I'm only using team number 3 here, team number 2, and team number 1. These are really... do I have Killmonger in here? No, I need to add Killmonger in somewhere into probably team 2. But yeah, that's really about it. I'll probably replace Killmonger here instead of Kree Noble. So, yeah, just 3 teams for Blitz. It's pretty easy going. It's not taking a lot of my time, but I am doing this every single day. Just wanted to share with you all what I'm up to. Don't be too panicked about events like the Mighty Thor event. However, if you are looking to unlock Valkyrie, I would look forward to that. But, you know, I will be putting out a video closer to the time about what sort of party animal characters, that's the tag, I think, to use for that event. So look forward to that if you're interested in that as well. So that's the end of this baby account update. I hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below if I didn't answer, you know, certain questions that you might have. Feel free to reach out to me via Discord as well, because I'm quite available there if you want to talk about lower level account stuff that maybe I can help you out with. So until next time, next update for baby account or next video, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.